Hello, hello, hello. Um, so yeah, seems like the stream started just fine, so let's go. So for today, hello. The program is pretty simple. We're not going to do a lot. I just want to basically continue programming a bit my game because I did a lot of Advent of Code recently and that tired me a lot. And yeah, now I have to just go back on making my game, and I'll be just starting like kind of easy. Well, I always have like a hard time stopping streaming, but let's hope like I'm just going to stream 1 or 2 hours. Well, that's the plan, but I'm not going to do that actually. So let's see how it goes. Um, yeah, and tonight is quite chill. So we have a plan. I actually haven't streamed during the weekend. I kind of apologize for that. But I guess I was kind of concepting a little with my mates. Now we have some plan for the first quest. So let's do that. Now we have like a better idea. Salam, how are you? I'm good, and you? How are you? Glad to see you back. I'm always going to yawn. I'm sorry about that. Good, thanks. Great, great, great. Tonight is chill. It's it's chill night. Mm. Just enjoying the vibe. My French my French accent just comes out a little. I've actually watched the Game Awards recently, and yeah, you really feel the French accent when um, the game devs from Expedition 33 talk. Game dev today? Yeah, game dev. That's it. Oh yeah, I actually tested something the last time that I haven't, well, during the weekend actually, that I haven't shown on stream. So basically, this is the base scene. The base scene. Okay, here we go. This is a base. Well, actually, this isn't. Uh, shit. Canvas clear. Perfect. So this was the last scene. It looked like that. Okay, so like some contrast. Basically, well, it's how it is, right? And what I tried to do was actually adding some world environment to change the saturation and the contrast, as you can see here, contrast and saturation. I put the mod in Canvas so that the UI and like the 2D objects are considered. And I have a canvas layer that put. I just put a texture, and that texture is like just some random noise that I created by clicking on noise texture 2D, and just first noise light. And here you go. Here you have that, and I added some scripts to move that, and now it looks like this. Oh, here you go. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see a lot with Twitch or the stream, but it's moving a little, right? And it was kind of to simulate an effect I wanted maybe to add. So here it is. What do you think about it? We're probably going to adjust that, and like it's like some kind of quick solution, because if you wait a lot, since I'm just moving the texture, it's actually going to go outside outside of the screen, which is kind of bad. But that's an idea. I see. I think it's good. Thanks. I'm just waiting to see the texture. Yes, just popping out. Here it is. Yeah. So yeah, definitely going to do something about that. I was thinking about actually simulating some freeze. Um, let me show you what I was thinking of doing. I freeze. Yeah. This one or this one? Which one? Oh yeah, this one is great. Let me show you that. So that's like a reference. That's not something I made myself. Yours are good. Thanks. Okay, here we go. I was thinking about adding. Oh, sorry. About adding something like this. Shit. Okay, this. Because that's crazy, right? And imagine just like some fog or mist all around the scene, right? All around the screen. And when you move your mouse, you have some, little effects that move the mist or that kind of stuff. I think that would go like very, very well. I'm afraid it's going to take some performance away from a game that doesn't require a lot of it. So I'm probably going to have like, a low quality mode where I'm just moving a texture maybe. That's beautiful. Yeah, right. I totally want to do something like that. It's like so pretty. Like you can, it's like it interacts with itself. It's not just some particle because you can like cut off your own path, right? Like you can rotate it like that, and it's doing stuff, right? Anyway, I find that crazy. So yeah, that's it. I wanted to add something like that. And yeah, the fog disappeared, but that's it basically. So this time, what are we going to do? This time, I actually have to make a dungeon. Well, a dungeon, more like the first quest. So if we check level selection menu, maybe. Let's play. So I guess I have to do something about this, right? Like starting a specific quests and all of that, right? Because right now I have like a lot of placeholders, but I actually don't really have like, a specific thing. I guess I do have some stuff. Wait. I gotta check back all of that. Player data. I should have some quests. All dungeon data. Oh yeah. Available quests. Progression. Dungeon. Wait, what's this actually? Oh wait, that's an array. Okay, that's an array. All dungeon data. So yeah, that's what's available to the player. I think. Yeah. So I also have available quests, right? I have to check what I'm doing. Okay, yeah, I'm pushing multiple quests that I'm creating here. So I guess that's nice. But now why do I have this? Yeah, I mean, I actually have to do stuff, right? I actually have to make my quests, so like a specific one, because I wanted to make it oriented around, like focused around some kind of story. So the first quest, how am I even going to? Dungeon 1, Quest 1, maybe? Just, you know, some name like that. So, can I create scout? Okay, it's just creating the quest. Can I load this quest, maybe? So, what if I go in assets, gameplay? So, abilities, cards, characters, levels, and status. Levels. That's for fights, actually. So maybe I should modify that a little. Let's make a new folder called Dungeons. Oh, actually, never mind. Game Dungeon. Maybe I have... Yeah, events. Yeah, okay, that's it. So, battle event. Branch, dog. Okay. Then I have scripts. So Plains is the first dungeon. Inside I have events, I have scripts. Should I make my quest here? Because it feels like it's actually assets. Yes, yen, DTL, DTL. Yeah. I'm not really sure about this. Maybe here. Okay, let's say I have a quest. I guess I wanted to generate a level depending on the dungeon, but it's actually going to depend on the quest too. It feels like the quest is going to say what generator we use, maybe. And we have specific generators sometimes, I don't know. In any case, yeah, let's actually put it here. So events. Something like quest 1. And it's going to be the scouting quest. This is the quest, right? Let's create some JSON, maybe. Yeah. And we're going to load a quest from JSON. Because we don't have that yet. Do we? Wait. Get diction. Wait, I actually have some. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, wait, player? From the player? No, I don't think I have anything, right? Let's just run the level and let's see if... Actually, we can just check where it's used. It shouldn't be used. Yep. Okay. So wait, where do I have this? Available quests. Load from dictionary. Yeah, I definitely planned something for this, but I don't know what it was. Okay, let's run the game. Yeah, it's not even running. So what did I even do? Get available dungeons. So that's a dictionary. Oh, right, that's in the player. Got it. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have quests in the player, right? In the player dictionary, maybe, apparently. I don't know. But yeah, I actually want quests outside too, because quests are not always going to be in the available quests. So, assets, level, nope. What was it? Let's copy maybe this, duplicate. Let's call it quest 1. Maybe it's not a good idea to put it here, but that, yeah, I don't know. Let's say it's fine. Let's say the quest ID is quest 1. Okay. Yeah. Now we are going to have like a dungeon ID, dungeon is going to be elves, maybe. Yeah, we actually don't have a dungeon thing, but I'm adding it here, just in case. Okay, and now we are going to have a generator. And the generator is going to be quest 1 because it's specific to the first quest, maybe. Yeah, sounds fine. And yeah. So then we're going to load these quests from here, probably. Because right now we are adding a lot of quests to every dungeon, apparently. Yeah, we actually don't have a specific dungeon either. So yeah, let's do load. Yeah, let's do that. So we have Misty Elm Fields dungeon data, let's say. That's very long, but that's fine. We have I not declared. Yep. Dungeon name. Yeah, you have to load. Actually, let me think a little, because we might not want to, to add it in the ready, and we might want to load the data from the dungeon too, right? So I don't know how to handle that much, because I guess we're going to have some save data for the player, right? I actually haven't really done that for that game yet. So let's just put some stuff, like if has save file, then it does something. I don't know what that's going to be, but basically this thing. And oh right, it's GDScript, my bad. No brackets. Okay. And else, if it does not have a save file, then we are going to load default dungeon, or like load first dungeon, or like more like load dungeon Misty Elves, maybe. Misty Elm Fields. Maybe I should have like a JSON, like saying what I should have when running the game. Well, I guess I can always add that later on, right? So let's say I'm loading the dungeon. That means I have this, right? Player dungeon data. Then, oh yeah, that's the dungeon data. My bad. Because then I have the dungeon too. I guess I actually have to create it. I have to create this one. So I have to create this. Then I have to create the dungeon. Well, I have to load the dungeon and assign it to the player data dungeon. The name. Wait, is it really? Wait, what? Oh yeah, it's in the dungeon. So I don't have to set the name because it should be loaded in the dungeon with the dungeon. And then I should add the first quest though, right? And the first quest is going to be maybe something like load quests. Let me think a little. Because I want to load a quest of a specific dungeon too, right? So load dungeon quests. And let's put some variables. We're going to have quests equal the load dungeon quests. That is going to have the dungeon the dungeon as an attribute. You know what? Let's just rename that into dungeon default dungeon data. Okay, player data. Maybe it's going to be shorter this way. It's going to be better. Cannot assign. My apologies. Default. What? Player data script. Did I rename? No. Wait, what? Is it? Why not assign value of type player data script to default dungeon? Really? Okay, never mind. I can. What about dungeon equal? Oh yeah, this doesn't exist. Yeah, okay, makes sense. So I'm loading the dungeon. Then I'm going to have. Yeah, okay. Let's make more variables. Okay. So we load the dungeon. Then we load the quest from that dungeon. So just that. And the ID of the quest, so quest 1, is going to be relative to this, to the dungeon. So maybe we are going basically to have Misty Elf Fields / quest 1, so it isn't ambiguous with other dungeons. There are not going to be like any naming conflict with that. Or like that's what I expect. That's what I hope is going to be. Would be more useful this way. Function, that dungeon not found. Yeah, that's good. So then what do? I create the player data, I assign the dungeon, I push back the quest, and I push back the data, the player data. There we go. Wait, do I really need that? Maybe I don't need this. Wait, I don't need this. I actually don't need this. Because I should just be able to put the ID of the dungeon. Because the player only has available quests, right? The player doesn't have like the dungeon. Does he? Wait, player dungeon data. Ah, okay, maybe okay. Okay, maybe. Oh yeah, but there's a reference, but it isn't necessarily loaded. It's actually a soft path. I don't know how to do that in Godot. That's something that exists in Unreal Engine. Basically, the concept of a soft path is that it's a reference, well, a soft reference, right? It's a soft reference. The concept of a soft reference is that it's like a pointer, right? It references towards an object, but the object might not be loaded in memory yet. It might still be on the disk, basically. And I don't know if it's possible in Godot, or if don't really want to modify like the engine myself. Weak references? Oh, object within a running scene and resource path. Okay. Weak references. Is it weak references? Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's just for shared memory. That's not for disk. Such references to assets. Okay, this is it. This is it. In the context of game development and asset management, similar to Unreal Engine's terminology, a soft reference often implies a way to refer to an asset on disk without loading it into memory until needed. Godot handles this through resource path, optimizing game startup times and memory usage by only loading assets like large scenes, textures, and sounds when they are actually required. So how do you do this? So you have a path, which really that's going to be the example. Their soft reference is just a string. Oh no. Wait. So Python. Yeah. Anyways, I don't think I have this right. Soft references in Godot. Disk assets, let's say. Preload. Yeah, string path. On-demand loading. You can export a string containing the path to the resource. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do much because the problem is that if we use a string, that means we lose the type. We lose the typing because, well, basically it's going to add like a bunch of code that is not really going to be needed, like some kind of boilerplate because we're in GDScript 2, right? Let me think. Does Godot have generics actually? Partial. Wait, that's C#, right? Yeah. Let's write GDScript. Native support for generic classes is currently limited and primarily available through C#. Yeah, right. Because it doesn't even have a different ID per class. So yeah, it doesn't handle classes very well. So what should we do? What should we do? If only there was like a soft reference class. Would be so amazing. With maybe a custom loader for my JSON. Available quests. So, okay, progression. I guess we can also load the data from dungeons at the start of the game, because if this is the only thing inside the dungeon, then we can load a bunch of it. That's not a problem. Like a texture is like 1,000 times more consuming than that in memory, a single one. So we can. That's fine if it's a reference, I suppose. That's going actually to lead to less freezes in game if we just load everything. But then I guess, yeah, never mind. Okay, so yeah, I guess the only problem is really for assets directly, but that's another problem. So we are going to have the load dungeon function, which is ID. Boom. Oh, actually, I feel like it should go in. In one of the loaders. Let me check. Yeah. Wait. That's not. First one. The problem is that if I'm going to have like assets here, I'm going to have to reference all of them manually instead of just directly just searching the folder, right? Which was pretty useful and easy to do for those. Maybe I should have something here, like dungeons. And inside dungeons, I'm going to have something like plains, which is one of the dungeons. And inside, I'm going to have something like quest 1. Or maybe quests should be independent from dungeons. Because maybe we can have quests that are actually generic, that we can reuse for multiple dungeons. So in that case, it would be separate things. So let's just duplicate Misty Herb Fields. That's going to be my dungeon, like one dungeon. And yeah, for quests, we're going to create a new folder and actually create inside a new folder for this specific dungeon. But we might also put some quests in parallel if they have multiple dungeons associated with them. Hey, why JSON instead of a resource? It all started. Yeah, actually, yeah, you kind of have a point. I had a reason for. Well, actually, I have multiple reasons. The first is that the game is supposed to support mods. So if you want to mod your game, you can just modify the JSON, and it's safe because resources in Godot are not safe. You can like put some script inside because scripts are counted as resources, and that means you can execute remote code, which is not good. So I wanted like a safe way to have mods basically, because it's not that problematic either. And another reason is for more flexibility basically. But this is actually not for this one. It's more like for my cards, for example, because I have some weird things going on right now. But for example, it was basically you can well, okay, this one has a lot, but yeah, basically you program your effects directly in JSON. So in a resource, it will be like a bit complicated. But in JSON, you can like, it's just text, right? So you can like, for example, put some variables. Like this is suddenly this is a variable, and it's doing stuff. And I guess I can like remove some arguments if they're not necessary. I'm kind of free. I could basically, if I made a resource for that, I would just make a dictionary, and the dictionary, what is it? It's just a JSON. Because you just load the JSON into a dictionary directly in Godot anyways. So yeah, this is kind of the same thing for cards. But you have a point for quests or for dungeons. I could do that. I guess ideally I would want players to add their own dungeons or that kind of stuff. But I mean, in practice, it would require some scripts, right? Anyways, so it would be unsafe anyways. So I mean, I don't really have that much of like I don't have a perfect answer for that. But yeah, I would say I'm just continuing with the flow. So that basically I'm not going to have two different systems out of nowhere, have things be a bit more confusing. I'm just going to keep it like this for now. Yeah, because there's a why, but there's also a why not, right? And I'm fine with it, so I'm just staying with it. So we have the dungeon, we have the generator, we have the ID. Okay. So this is important, maybe. And then we have the quests. So the quest should be here. Let me think. Yeah, that's all right. I'm currently trying to use resources for the first time myself. So just has the question. Yeah, I see. I actually, let me think. Yeah, basically, usually, well, as I told you, scripts are resources, right? So what you can actually do for your save system is instead of saving your data in, like the player data I'm talking about, instead of saving the player data in resources or JSON, you can actually save like your scene in, well, you can save your scene directly, or you can also save your script directly because they are resources. But it comes with a lot of problems because then I actually tried that for a game jam, but when you load your data back, for example, let's say you save the script, right? You saved your player script. That means you're saving your variables with it. But then when you load it back, you load the old script back. So if you modified the script, it's not working anymore. Well, it's not, you have to make it compatible, basically. Because if you update the script on your side, but then when you load the player data, it's loading a previous, an old file, then it's going to be kind of incompatible if you don't handle it. So that's kind of bad. And I would say with resources, it's kind of the same, right? If you save like old resources, if you have like, for example, a game that's like kind of deployed or like, in beta, right? That has some playtests, then your players are going to have a save file. But then if you modify it on your side and like rename some fields or that kind of stuff, then it's not going to work anymore. But if you do that in JSON, that means you can actually pass it in between and add a compatibility layer to it. So I actually think in practice that it should exist for resources too. Well, it should. I don't know with Godot because Godot is kind of a bit new, right? Like it doesn't handle types well, but that's kind of. Yeah, I guess you need like a mapper from game save resource to game state instead of having a single object. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you could instead of modifying your resource asset, that means you could um, create a new asset file every time you try to add or modify some stuff, let's say. But that means you would need more files, right? Maybe you like you just talked about a mapper, but yeah, yeah. But you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if in Godot there's actually like you can actually put a mapper. Like wait, Godot blood resource update. Uh, yeah, never mind. I don't know how to search for that. Oh wait, how do I update results? Never mind. So this is the first quest. Whoa, this is already so late. I feel like I haven't done anything yet. So I'm upper because of that. My biggest concern would be if I fix something or implement something new, which would have to be added to the game save file. I still want the old save to work as well. So a mapper because a mapper would be great, but the thing is I don't know if in Godot you can really do that, right? Because actually never mind. Yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, I guess you can add. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I guess it just feels a bit weird to me that basically you have like an old file, like resource, but you actually don't know what's in the old file kind of. Uh, but I mean, if you load the resource, you should have access to the variables and stuff, right? I guess I was used to the style of just having one template and just loading data into that template. But yeah, it's loading a resource, so yeah, never mind. Yeah, you could probably do that actually. Yeah, that's a nice uh yeah option. Anyways, so we have the dungeon ID is going to be this, and let's have something like name. Misty fields. And let's say that's it. So then we have the quests associated with the dungeon with this ID. And the generator is going to be quest 1. Okay. So then I guess I should add into my load. I'm really going to have like way too much in this game research. Not even know which one it is. Battle. Oh no. Game research. Wait. Yeah, you have a battle resource loader, right? But I guess it's not. It's just for battles. Well, it's supposed to be. I actually don't know if it's going to be, but if it's going to keep being this way. But well. Maybe I can just have game resource. Yeah, let's take that. Let's go into the player data. real data. Okay, then we are going to have something here with like dungeon loader maybe, and quest loader, something like that. We might not load everything. Well, we might load it at the big. Well, okay, let's do that. Let's load everything at the beginning of the game, because it's like supposed to be, you know, not take a lot of memory. But if it's starting to like take a lot of memory and stuff and performance, then we're just going to modify it. But you know, it's like independent, kind of. So we don't have to worry about that right now. There's only one problem, right? Yeah, I guess it's not loading. That's the first problem. String. Could not find type. What do you mean? Oh, here. Maybe like this. Yeah. Load dungeon quests. Okay. Yeah. Once again, I'm not sure this is going to be a dungeon, but and no more errors. And now I can assign my dungeon loader and everything. So load up, it's not battle, it's game. Resource loader. Duplicate. So dungeon loader. Quest loader. We are going to assign the path. Yeah, this is actually going to be a bit. Maybe I do want some specific loader actually, because you know, in the case of quests, where is it? Is it here? Wait, no, it's not. Wait, let me actually remove this. In here, for the quests, it's actually like the ID is also going to be mixed with the dungeon, right? So I might want a specific script for that. Dungeon loader, maybe. Load. Game dungeon. Yeah, let's just put it here. And it's going to be dungeon loader, maybe. Yeah, should be good enough. So we have the game resource loader here as a reference that we might just copy actually. Or maybe we should just like put this in static. Or can I? Well, I actually think I can. Never mind. Oh wait. Oh yeah, never mind. Oh, because it's loading a JSON. Wait. Wait, what? File not found. Could not parse. Can't I just return the JSON? So then I have like JSON equals this. And then I have the load resource data. Wait, JSON data. Yeah. I mean, I guess that could work. It's actually not JSON. It's actually a dictionary. Because we are returning the JSON data. Let's just return JSON.data. I can remove this because this shouldn't be used anywhere else, right? Yeah, that's fine. Now we have this. It's not, wait, oh yeah. JSON data. So now this can become static. Good. And now I can just use it for free, basically, in my dungeon loader. I mean, yeah, my architecture is not that great, but again, that's fine. Again. So we have ready, we have load resource file, we have the path. So let's copy again resource folder. We have the resource folder. Actually, it's going to be dungeon folder. So in the ready, we have a load resource folder. Oh. Yeah, let's just copy that. Boom, here we go. So we load the resource folder. Well, let's call it load dungeon folder this time, because we're going to load quest here too. Let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. That resource data does not exist. That's fine. I guess in this case I do want something a bit different. I guess I do want to load the dungeons directly, right? ID to... So this time is going to be like actually dungeon. Dungeon layout. Yeah, never mind. Just dungeon. Dungeon data. So I have the load resource, I have the date. Wait, not the cloud. Yeah. Find dungeon. So I return this. Then I return. Well, I set that. Data. Actually, never mind. Load resource. So yeah, this one is actually going to be where we load from JSON, right? So this is going to be nice. Well, I mean, it's not going to be a lot. Thanks. Okay, assets and dungeon. So we have ID and name. So it's not going to be very hard, right? So we basically have var dungeon equal, well, dungeon equal new. Dungeon dot. Wait, why do I have so many? Oh, ID, dungeon name, description. So ID equal data ID. Dungeon name, description. So name, description. This one is going to be dungeon name. Okay. So yeah, I'm just going to add like the description. Fields filled with miss, let's say. What? Wait, what? Dungeon.new. Oh, okay. I get it now. So I create a dungeon. Basically, this is a lot from, well, this is not from JSON. This is from a dictionary. So let's keep it this way. And at the end we have, well, we assign, right? We just assign data.id. Yeah, this is just dungeon.id now. Get used to it. And this is not a string, this is a string name. Because this is, you know, unique. I mean, maybe I should do this for... I actually don't know if I should do this for like texts, for like these. What's your opinion on building your own dialogue system from scratch? I tried Dialogic and it's both great and annoying at the same time. Yeah, well, what did you find annoying? I kind of understand, but what did you find annoying? Because if you want to have your custom dialogue system, you don't have to restart it from scratch. You can just modify Dialogic if you want. Because actually Dialogic is made out of multiple components that you can like remove and you can remake your own. And you know, like make your UI to be different. It's just like, you know, some pretty great base if you want to sort your stuff. Because you also have, you know, all of this, right? All this editor that is here. You have the text editor that is available. So you have like all the parsing that is actually done, kind of. So I mean, yeah, what's your problem? Because you can probably modify it, right? I would say, I guess an example of problem that I had with Dialogic is that I think it was adding like a lot of waste to my game, but I just removed what made it big, right? Another problem, I guess I wanted, for example, to remove the dialogue sound or like modify it, and I could do that too. So, you know, I think it's very flexible. I wouldn't say that building your own dialogue system is, you know, a bad thing, but it's definitely something that takes time, right? And you might not want to use that time to build a tool that already exists, and that might just be better than what you're going to do, right? Um, so I guess one reason some people prefer making their own tools is like for uh, you know, because they're like more confident in how they're going to like use the tool, maybe, or how to say it. Like they are going to know the tool better, so they are going to modify it like faster and that kind of stuff, right? But I think you can just modify the logic if you, you know, you have to. Well, if you make your tool, you're going to spend like maybe you know, 20 hours on it, right? So you are going to know it pretty well. But but you know, on the opposite side, uh, since you haven't made Dialogic, you haven't spent a lot of time actually using it, and you might not know it a lot. So maybe, you know, spending like 10 hours on Dialogic would let you have both a good system and have both, well, have good knowledge about it, like enough knowledge to modify it how you want. And it would be faster than making your own. So, you know, it always depends on what you want to do. Like, I would advise you that if there is a tool that is free, because it's like literally free, there is no like, uh, how do you call that? Yeah, well, there is no royalties, or there's like it's free, right? So if a tool like that is already available for free, I would advise you to really know what's causing you the problem you have, and see if you can modify it in the tool itself first, because it's also, you have the code, right? You have access to the code, so you can do that. And yeah, only if it's something that's like not compatible with the architecture, or that kind of stuff, or if like the code is really really badly written, or that kind of stuff, then okay, I think it's fine if you make your own tool, if it's not supporting what you want. But I think Dialogic is pretty flexible. I agree with you. Prog's trying to speak English. I agree with you. Thanks. But yeah, well, basically, I think a lot of beginners, I'm not saying you're a beginner, right? But I think a lot of beginners want to remake things themselves because then, because I guess people first learn how to code, right? And then since they know how to code, they wanna make things themselves, right? Because they're not really, I guess they started somewhere, so they like use the library or that kind of stuff, right? Like they're using stuff, but sometimes I feel like beginners want to remake too many things, including myself. I actually remade things too, so maybe not only beginners, right? Uh, but yeah, and the problem with that is that I don't think it's because of a necessity that uh, beginners at least want to remake stuff, but because it's kind of procrastinating learning a new tool. I think that's the real reason. It's not because you want, well, it's not because you want to make your game well and fast. It's because you don't want to learn the tool because it's a bit of a pain, because you have to check code that's might be a bit, well, that you don't really know, right? And that might be a bit dirty. And it's like the solution of it's like remaking your own tool is kind of the easy solution. Well, in practice, I know that making a tool is not easy, but I do think it's kind of like that. Starting/stopping a dialogue has some delay. Yeah, you can change that. I mean, it's just a delay, right? So you just have to like maybe go in scripts, maybe delay. I think it's actually not a delay. I think it's actually how do you call that? An animation thing, right? Like a timeline or something like that. But yeah, you just have to find it in the script. I guess it's like there's some latency too, maybe. Animated portraits aren't built in, so you have to create portrait scenes. I've broken Dialogic 2 or 3 times and had to roll back. Oh, now I have an error in the Dialogic code when I end the timeline. Invalid access to property or key process frame. What? On a base object of type null instance. And I don't know what I did wrong. I mean, process frame is on the gate. Well, it's on the tree, right? So I had. Did you reload your window? That's kind of stupid, but I feel like that might be. Oh, actually, never mind. Do you make your spreadsheet yourself, or do you buy it or use free assets? I have some artists. I'm glad I do. Oh, procrastinating. Wait. I love to make things myself. Yeah, I understand that. I think making things yourself are actually great. It's actually good to learn, right? Like how some tools work or that kind of stuff. But yeah, I would separate learning from trying to, like, um, I would say make your game. It's not really because you can make your game to learn, right? But yeah, I would separate a bit learning with production. I don't agree. I think it depends on the level of understanding you're looking for. Sometimes it's good to record things yourself. It allows you to understand them better and use them better afterwards. Yeah. As I just, sorry, I had some delay before uh, reading your comments, but yeah, I do agree. If it's like for learning, I think it's fine to remake your things. But once again, it depends, right? If you make code for a production, uh, then what? Then, as I said, if your goal is to do something fast and in an efficient way, then I think it's the way. If you want to take your time and learn, then yeah, making your tool is fine. It's totally fine. Sometimes it's good to record. Yeah, never mind. And yeah, yeah. I mean, Tanner, if you think it's better, then what you can also do actually is that you can remake your tool from scratch, as you say, but you can always you can always pick into Dialogic and like still, right? Like for example, how they are making their editor and stuff, right? Instead of going from Dialogic and adding your own things, you can do the opposite things. You can make your own system, I suppose, and just add the parts of Dialogic that you want. So you have the best of both worlds. But yeah, if Dialogic is more of a pain for you and uh, taking too much of your time, then yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess it's like kind of balancing time versus what you want. So if you estimate that it's better to remake your own thing, it's then I guess it's better, right? Um, yeah. Yeah, I did pick some ideas from Dialogic, but also from Ren'Py dialogue writing. Oh, yeah, Ren'Py is like some visual novel game engine, right? I don't think I've actually used it, but I've looked at it a little. Um, Let me resource folder. What is it going to be? This path. Resource data. I mean, I guess it's the opposite thing of what I'm saying. Like, I guess you have two like extremes. You have the extreme that wants to remake everything themselves, and then you have the extreme of wanting to use like everything other people made, right? I guess that's not really good either, right? Because there's like a lot of bad code and stuff, and you have to parse, right? So yeah, I'm not saying you should like reuse like everything. Like, oh, there's a menu online. I have to take it and use it. No, I mean, you know. Resource data. Oh, yeah. Wait. Yeah, that's not what I want. So I'm going to have the engine loader. Resource folder is not there. Dungeon folder. Okay. So then I have this. This is going to be the dungeon loader. So we are going to have, well, just the dungeon loader. I never know why it's like that, but that's fine. And it's going to be copy path. Yeah. I guess I also want to have the quest folder. So we are going to have both. So it's this one. It's actually recursive. So I'm not sure about if it's handling that or not, but what if? Yeah, never mind. Yeah, maybe I should modify it to have it like static, but that's fine. Find dungeon. I have both. So now I'm going to have quests. Here we go. And yeah, I would say as long as you checked at what the other tools proposed, then it's fine to make your own thing. Because I guess it's then you have like some idea of what might be expected, or what might be good, all of that. If you just want to make your tool because you are procrastinating learning and checking other tools, then it's just procrastination. But yeah, it doesn't seem like that's your case. It seems like you checked actually how Dialogic was. It seems like you've seen like what your problems were. So that's great, I would say. Node resource folder. Dungeon. This is going to be a string name. Yeah, I should actually do that in the other things too. In the other resource loaders. I'm afraid to break a lot of stuff, but can I actually put? Okay, let me check, because in Unreal Engine there's actually f string. That is just a string. You have then f name, that is a string name in Godot, and then you have f text, that is like localized text. But in Godot, I'm actually not sure what to do. I guess the strings are still supposed to be references, right? They're built in, so I'm actually not sure if they are like copied or not. I don't think they are, because I don't think you can modify them directly. Let me check. Count, escape, hash, join, replace. Yeah, for example, if I do a replace, it's going to return a new string. So yeah, that's a reference. The reason is that if you could modify the string directly, that means that if it's a reference, it would modify all strings it's referenced from, and that's usually not what you want. So if it's a reference, you don't have functions to modify the string directly. and your functions are going to return a new string instead. And in Godot's case, it's like, you know, a replace returns a new function, well, returns a new string object. So it's actually an object. That's how I'm deducing this. Maybe it's just really bad and it's doing that because YOLO, but yeah. I mean, yeah. Because if it was modifying the object directly, if you could modify the object directly, that would mean that, well, it would be more optimized, right, to modify directly. So you would have functions to modify directly, like in a C++, for example. But it's not the case. So it's an object. So yeah, I have all of this. Now what I want is to find a quest. Find quests. Find dungeon quests. So we are going to find, well, we are going to have a quest ID and a dungeon ID. And it's important because then we are going to have a find quest. Because as I said, quests are not always associated with a dungeon, a specific one at least. So we are going to have a function for both. And this one is actually just going to get called here. And we are just going to fuse a quest's ID. I guess it's a string name. And it's going to be... So, do I actually have a string builder in? No, we don't. How to concatenate strings in an optimal way? No. Strings are reference counted. Yeah, that's right. And use a copy and write up. So yeah, that's what I was saying. So formatting. Oh yeah, formatting is... actually, maybe not, but... Plus join with pull string array. Connect all the strings parts into a pull string array. Oh. Then use join. So yeah, join seems to be the optimal way. Do I want to do that? Do I want to do that? Can I? Find Dungeon Quest has the same name. Yeah, this is just find quests. This is even worse. Let's do this. We can do it. Here we go. Then we have the find quest. And we have quest ID dot quest ID dot please. Oh yeah, good. Join. Faster. What's this? I don't know. And we have the different parts. And this is a packed string array. I feel like it might actually be less optimized. But yeah, I can like do something like this basically. I guess ideally I would want like, can I just string dot join? This is not static, so I have to do this. Speak in French. Bonjour, bonjour baguettes. Et expédition 33. Expédition Free. Enfin bon. Voilà. C'est comme ça. Ok. Find Dungeon Quest. I mean, I might just keep that. I don't understand why join has like a string. Like why it's not static? It should be static. There's no reason. Like why is it? Why is it like this? This is so stupid. This is so stupid. I swear. Wait. With each element separated by the string calling this method. Wait. Wait. So there's like a comma. Wait. What? Oh, with each element separated by the string calling this method. So this is actually the separator. What the? This is crazy. This is the first time I'm seeing this. At what point do you have the separator be the first argument? That's crazy. That's the first time I'm seeing this. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, good. Okay. You have some moves. I see. Isn't the separator like that also in Python? Let me think. I have a lot of, C# references, so Python add strings. So what do you have? You have the plus equal, you have the plus, you have... You're right. Oh my... Yeah, but in Python you have these two, right? I would say that's the maybe kind of normal way of doing it. Like if you want to add a message quickly, right? And then you have join, but you don't really need to join if you have this, right? And you have the format if you want to replace. So in this case, I would use like just this form basically. And if I had like text loaded from a JSON for not dialog because I have dialogic, but for some text, like for some localization, I would just use dot format. So I wouldn't really use join. But yeah, this is a crazy syntax. Like you're going to have an empty string. That's like crazy. Crazy to me. You're coding in Python. GDScript is totally different. It's totally different, okay? Totally different. But yeah, it's very similar. Yeah, I actually, when I coded in Python for the advent of code, I always defined my functions with func instead of def. And that like really like I did that a lot. Like way too many times. Okay, so we have the concatenation. We have quest ID and intention ID concatenated. That's great. So now we find the quest and we do the thing, right? Yeah, let me actually... actually, that's fine. So then we are going to load quests. The only problem I have is that I'm loading files, but I actually want to do it in a recursive way. So can I get current dir? What is string? No. Dir dot get directories, get files. Can I just get stuff? No, okay. Let's get so-called directories. Let me... Okay, so for... let's have, what is it returning? Oh, packed string array. Okay. Directories equal this. Then we have, good question. And for directory in directories, then we have directory dot get directories. Wait. Actually, oh, that's just a string. Oh, that's just a string. Oh, they got me. What is there? You said, oh, okay. Smart. What is open path? Existing directory of the file system. The path argument can be within the project tree. Okay. So yeah, this is for a path. So maybe I need another dir access. New. Can I actually just make an object? I think it doesn't have to be static. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, does it already exist actually in Python? Godot in Python, in GDScript, in Godot. Godot get all files in folder. Then get all files in a folder using the dir access class. Iterating through the contents, non-recursive. Yeah, wait. Open, yeah, this dir begin. Okay, this is actually nice. Oh. Yeah, I guess I would have to do this. So, what is it? Folder. Okay. What about this here begin? Okay, here is an example. Okay, this is actually great. Get next. Is it looping like for forever? Testing project. Directories once exported may behave unexpectedly. Yeah. How to iterate through the files of a directory. Keep in mind that file names may change, be remapped after export. If you want to see the actual resource file list as it appears in the editor, use this instead. This directory. Yes. Okay. Wait, it's already... Wait, what? Wait, that's crazy. Yeah. Huh. I mean... I mean, that's fine to me. Is it? I actually don't know if it's going to load everything, but I guess we can try this. So we have the dir dots. Oh, okay, yeah, so it's here. Dir.list dir begin. Can I actually check? To list all files and directories using the getNext function, closing the current open stream if needed. Once the stream has been processed, it should typically be closed with this till end. Affected by include hidden. Okay. If you want a list of all files or folders sorted, then use get files or get directories. Yeah, but I already used that, right? Okay, yeah, let's. Where was it? Yeah. So let's end this madness. Wait, I actually don't need to end it? Oh, that's crazy. Okay. And then I can I guess get next. I so bad. File name equal. Yeah, that get next. While file name is not empty. Yeah, the example is kind of bad. Then I'm going to loop and get the next one. And file name is not declared. So here we go. Japanese Google Learning. Japanese Google Learning. Around 14 years ago, worked as an MMO moderator. Oh, some kid was swearing in Japanese, avoiding the automat. Taught them Niko no unko fume and kicked them from the game. Yeah, it's actually not for learning. It's just that since I'm in Japan, it's actually kind of automatic. I actually, because I guess in my normal Google, it's like, you know, if I search something, then it's in English because my account is in English and not French for some reason. But yeah, it's in English, right? But you know, like in private navigation, it comes back to Japanese because it's private and doesn't have my settings, and you know, why not? Because of the localization. Well, localization because of the, you know, place I live in, right? So yeah, that's how it is. But yeah, still learning Japanese. I don't talk uh, that well. So I guess it's helping in some ways. I do have yeah, random letters. I do have, for example, this application that enables me to just check the, you know, pronunciation of words, that kind of stuff, right? When I click on a shift, basically. So I mean, for katakanas, it's not like a problem, but for example, this one is, oh, that's a city, right? It's like Fuku. Is that Fukuoka? Is Fuku? Is that Fukushima? I don't know what this is. Fukuoka. Oh, it's Fukuoka. Okay, it's Fukuoka. It's a prefecture. Yeah. Yobusuke Geisha. Right. Kokunai Market. Global Market. GT Group は I saw it recently, this one. I forgot what it was. It's not Izon? Kison. 既存の国内マーケットを中心に It's not again. It's yeah. Swede. Okay. グローバルにビジネスを展開できるように準備を進めています。Okay. Did you try to change the language of your navigator? Preferred language? Does it work actually in private navigation too? I know. I mean, it's not like that much of a problem for me, so I'm fine with keeping it in Japanese. I got used to it a little too, so I guess it would actually be better to stay like that so that I can learn more. JSON data. Pretty long! No, no, no. Ya. Hablo español un poquito. Puedo hablar español. My accent is really bad. Yeah, but yeah, I actually studied Spanish for like a little bit. Moi qui galère avec l'anglais. Yeah. I mean, you're gonna be fine. I actually struggled. Some story. I'm going to tell you something that might be a big eye-opening thing for you, okay? So the thing is, I've always been like bad in French classes, but it's like, well, basically French classes are like, studying books and stuff, right? Like specific things. So you could say you don't care about it, right? I actually, when I was a kid, I was kind of bad at talking too, so I had to visit like someone to help me learn how to talk because I didn't know how to talk well. Uh, but anyways, and yeah, what I wanted to say was I had Spanish from what was it? Maybe 6e, 5e. So it's like I don't know what grade it is in in English in American stuff. But yeah, basically in middle school, I had Spanish from the start of middle school to the end of high school. So like for 6 years, I had Spanish for 6 years, 5 or 6 years. I had Spanish lessons. I don't know how to talk Spanish. I'm sorry. No hablo español. Es muy complicado. My hair is like really bad. But yeah, I don't know how to speak Spanish at all. And then I really bad because I wasn't interested in it. Like I wasn't actually checking Spanish media or anything like that, like reading Spanish things. And Japanese was a lot easier for me because I've watched like anime for like maybe during those 6 years I've watched anime all the time. Um, I listened to Japanese music and stuff, and it came to me like a lot better. But like Spanish is very close to French because it's both Latin languages, right? But Japanese is like not Latin at all, and it was still easier because in the end, you're going to learn better something that you want to learn, and something that you are like listening to and that kind of stuff, right? Uh, yeah, I would say that's mostly it. Like if you want to learn English, then just start watching streams in English, right? For example, my streams. But yeah, maybe play games in English or that kind of stuff, and it's going to become a lot better. I would say I always had a trouble talking in another language. I still have like some problems with my accent in English, for example. But that's also why I'm streaming, because I'm trying to improve my accent. Well, I mean, my accent is. I think I would actually have to actively think about my accent to improve it. But yeah, at least I'm trying to, learn how to talk like in a fluid way. I'm still trying to do that in Japanese, pero es muy complicado. ちょっと難しいから。But are you still learning Spanish now? No, I'm not. It's been like 7 years since I studied Spanish. 6, 7 years. 7 years. Are you not English people? Oh, wait. I can understand a bit of Finnish because it's close to my own language, Estonian. I don't know those languages at all. I mean, finish it. Finish him. Yeah, Finnish is like, because, like countries and stuff sometimes have very different names from what they are in French too. It's like kind of hard sometimes. Like, the Netherlands is like, how is it called in French? Netherlands or... I just can't associate both of those, right? The French one and the English one for me are like two different countries almost. Les Netherlands. Non. Attends. J'attends. Netherlands. French. Les Pays-Bas. So that means the country's low. That's the translation. The Netherlands or the country's low. That's how that's like so different, right? Like how do you want to translate that and remember it? I mean, thank you very much for your advice. You're welcome. And yeah, good luck for you. And yeah, just put everything in English. Like for example, myself now, I guess I'm still watching English videos, but every game I play, I put them in Japanese. That's also why I'm not playing on stream a lot. Because it would be in Japanese and it would be like me stopping every dialogue to like understand. Well, not every dialogue anymore, but stopping from time to time to like get the characters and learn them. So yeah. In Estonian, we also used to refer to that region as lowlands. Tony lowlands. Yeah, Finnish is like... Let me get the French name. Finnish. French. C'est Finland? Finnish is Finland, right? C'est la Finland. Okay, it's actually the same in French. I'm just very bad at geography. Wait. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, okay. Got it. So then you have the... Well, it's like a Nordic country, right? I actually don't remember. So I guess that's Russia, right? I know this one. Then you have... I'm sure you have the Netherlands around... Actually, maybe it's there. Sweden, maybe? Around there? You have another country. Yeah. No, yeah, Netherlands is there. Wait, what is it actually? I really have to learn those. I had to learn them for like middle school, but I just can't remember those. Sweden and Norway. Oh yeah, right. Estonia. Latvia. Lithuania. Okay. Incredible, so many countries. Iceland is there because you have Vinland Saga, right? Yeah, I can remember the name of animes, of course. I just can't remember the name of countries. Yeah, I put all my stuff in English and I started to watch a lot of English videos. Then it's going to come to you. Estonia is right below Finland. Yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, I actually didn't know where it was at all. I thought it was maybe in on like one of the poles, maybe. Like maybe on Mars. I don't know, on the moon. Finland Saga, yeah. Anyway, 1 a.m. Yeah, I actually, I actually haven't done anything. let me actually try to do something. So yeah, my question, let's say, is that I didn't know whether it was loading everything or not. So let's run this. And okay, let's do something else. Let's print file name. Why folder path? Oh, plus file name. Okay, that's going to be very bad. Okay, let's try this. It's the best. I'm learning Tokipona. Might possibly have a dialogue difficulty setting in my game, which makes all the aliens speak Tokipona. I don't know that language at all. That's crazy. So many languages that I don't know about. Because I guess the main ones are what? English, Chinese, Spanish, I think. Then you have some smaller languages like maybe French that is kind of used in Africa too. Well, I guess you have like Korean, Japanese, Dutch, German, Italian, Russian. Yeah, Russian is pretty. I was gonna say pretty big. Yeah, maybe not. I don't know. Because like Russia is like a big country, but it doesn't have a lot of people, right? So what did it print? Huh. Okay. Oh, okay. Movie path. Here we go. There are 180 million of people in Russia. I would say that's not a lot, right? Because I think in French it's like maybe, well, it's evolving, right? But maybe now it's like around 80 million. And like Japan is around the same too. I think like 80, 90 millions. So, like Russia is like really big, right? So like in comparison, I would say that's not a lot for like the superficie, right? Yeah, it's like 17 million SQ kilometers, well, kilometers squared kilometers, and like France is like not even 1 million, right? But then when you check the population, it's like very close. Well, actually, no, never mind. Yeah, it's like okay, it's a bit less. I think 80 million is for Japan, but yeah, it's still like not. That's like double, right? But like the size of the country is like times 10 more. So that's like I would say that's small as a population. Like if you check China and India is like 1 billion in population, right? Like both of those. China population, Julian, okay. Yeah, 1 billion and some. like, yeah, 1.5 billion, and then you have India that is the same. Okay. But yeah, when you check, you have like not China, Russia. You have like this, right? Like you have India having a bigger population than Russia. For like the size, like for the size, it's like. So I know the maps are like a bit deformed, right? But yeah. Yeah. I see what you mean, but I don't think all areas of Russia are really convenient to live in. Yeah, you know, there's like a lot of snow, right? I know that there was, you know, Napoleon that's lost because of the snow. I studied that uh, because he tried to invade during winter, and it was like a very bad idea. No, I think he tried to invade before that, before winter, but they lasted long enough for winter, and then they just put. So yeah, do I miss the elf fields? Wait, I have that 2 times? Print. Dungeon loader. Print. Wait, what? So 1, get next. Huh. Wait, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Wait, why? Print. Test. Yeah, it's running 2 times. That's crazy. Oh, so it's this one, right? Oh, I know. Maybe. Oh no. Visual Studio Code. Okay, what about this? Okay, we only have 1 file actually. So yeah, that's a bit crazy. Like, why is it like 2 times? Do I have to do another get next? Return the next element in the directory. Not its full path. Oh no. Once the stream has been fully processed, the method returns an empty string and closes the stream automatically. Okay, that's mandatory. Got it. Oh wait, I can get the space left on disk. Okay, crazy. I just saw it. But anyway, yeah, why 2 times? I'm not crazy. That's not how it's supposed to be, right? Maybe I'm just going to. Yeah, but I don't want to create new directory accesses because I'm afraid about the performance. I feel like that's the cleanest way to do things. But at the same time, like, why 2 times? Like, if it loops forever, okay, I would understand that I'm lacking, like, something. But, like a stopping condition. But yeah. Yep. Pass. Yeah, I mean, I think I would have to make like a recursive solution anyways. Let's not get stuck on that. Let's just make some generic method because, well, some recursive method too, actually. Because yeah, the goal, even if it's like slow, I don't care about that. I just want something that works. And I just want to actually make my game. So let's not lose time. Let's just get files. Let me think. Yeah, get files. Well, get all files. Wait, do I actually have gets all? Never mind. Get all files. Here we go. And it's going to open this. It's going to get, well, let's say it's going to have like files equal nothing. And then it's going to have for directory in dir.get directories. Then I'm going to files. So this is an array of strings. Files that pushback directory plus dir dot. Can I? Because I guess the name can change, right? A join. I guess maybe something like this. Like, can I use path? I search for a free open world asset. A free open world asset. I think on itch.io you actually have a lot of assets like that, but well, I mean, yeah, to the assets. But well, world asset, yeah, for like platformers, for example, for tile, yeah, you do have some on each. Like here, tile search, tiles, right? And then you can just check. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's what you're already doing, but I don't find any in each. Well, all of those. Well, never mind. Free. Wait, is it? Is it free? Wait, I just checked this, right? Oh, I used this one actually. I used this one for one of my projects. Download now. Let me check. This asset pack is on sale. No thanks. This asset pack is free, but the developer accepts your support by letting you pay. So yeah, you can actually get it for free, I suppose. It's like it's on sale, but it's free. That's like kind of funny. But yeah, you have this, 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 this. You have like a lot, right? Thank you, you're welcome. Yeah, and it just continues. I would say it's a bit hard if you want to, you know, mix styles because your characters are going to have like specific styles too, right? But yeah, it's like pretty nice. You have like a lot of stuff. And all of that for free, right? I checked the free button. Yeah, and in tiled, then you have other things. Maybe we're going to have characters or things like that, or maybe not. There's actually all of that is, well, most of that is like premium actually. So yeah, so tile set is actually the best. Anyway, here it is. Yeah, I should probably add that to my game, my game jam document or that kind of stuff. Sale but free. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Yeah, I mean, I guess this is fine, right? Invalid argument. Yeah, I guess that should be an array. And it should be like dear. Ah. Okay. Now we are going to have subdirectory. Have dir access dot get current directory. Or do we? Wait. Because if I get the current, that's only going to return the name, right? Absolute oh, absolute. Oh. Oh, that's actually interesting. Because that's probably going to stay valid, right? So yeah, I'm probably just going to keep that. What? Load dungeon? Wait. Cannot call non-static function load resource data from the static. Why do I have? Oh yeah, this, right. Yeah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. I'm going to remove this one. So yeah, the thing is I'm getting the files, but they are just going to be strings, right? I mean, I guess that's fine. Let's just create this. And then we return this way, so we have no problems. Okay, I add. No, never mind. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to call that in a recursive way. So for each, yeah, because that's supposed to be for files, right? So this is fine, but this is for files. And then, oh no, file name. And then subdirectory, I just call the function again. And I do files dot append array. And this is just going to be this. Should be good. Should be fine. So yeah, it should be fine this way. So we get all the files. The only thing now is that I want to open the files. So get all file dictionaries, maybe? Something like that. Get all file dictionaries. So I'm going to get all files. This is going to return an array of names. Actually, oh. I mean, I guess they are going to be absolute paths, right? So I mean, I guess that's fine. I guess absolute paths are fine. Too few arguments. Alright. And then for all of those, we're just going to look at what I did. So this, a read. Yeah, because I guess I don't want to write. Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's read only. So for file name in files, I'm going to read it. Path is going to be just this. Path equal this. I'm just explicit. I'm just expliciting a little what I'm doing in my own code. It's not like necessary, but it's to better understand for the future, for all the future generations. Okay. Is it good? Yeah, it's good now. I don't know, for whatever reason, since I went to the hairdresser, my hair is just like going everywhere. So we have the path, do we? No, we do. We have the path, do we? Oh. Oh no. I guess it's this. Oh no. Wait. Yeah, actually, never mind. It should be like the absolute path. So that should be fine. File name, file path. So we get the access. Still not found. And then we have get as text, JSON, and parse. And you know, let's just copy all of this. Looks good. Maybe not actually. Push evals. Yeah, file path. Then at the end I return, I guess I want to return an array of dictionaries. Bye, I have to go. Buy something to eat. Thank you for the stream, it was fun. Thanks. Have a good night, thanks. Enjoy your food. Bye-bye. See you another time. Oh, sorry. Yeah, probably I'm going to stream again during this week. So if you wanna come back, you know, anytime, you're welcome. Always. Empty array. Empty array. Actually, I just want to return. I want to continue because I want to load files that are valid if possible. So let's just continue. And then we have files. No problem. Yeah. Let's have dictionaries. Being an array of dictionaries. And we are just going to return at the end. Here we go. Now we actually have to add some stuff to the array. So let's get, let's copy actually. Well, actually, we already have this. So this should be, okay, we have the error, we have the JSON, so it should be JSON.data. Yep. Should be good. Something like that. Okay, then what's next? Load resource file. I guess this one isn't really necessary anymore, right? File open. Is it? Maybe actually. Wait, this is the same as what I did, right? So I mean, maybe I should just call it here. Yeah, I should totally just do that. Yeah. So, oh, but there's, oh yeah, there's a return, but that's fine, I suppose. Because I suppose I can just return an empty. Wait, what's that? A variant? In variant form? Why? Why a variant? Can I maybe return null? I guess it's supposed to return. Yeah, let's keep it this way. So let's load the resource. Let me get this back. We have this, we have the node resource around here. And yeah, I'm putting this code back so that I can check the difference with this. Because, for example, we have the file path. I guess we're going to have to send the file path. And that's it. That's it. And now we have node resource file. I guess it's file resource. Let's say it's like file resource file. Well, more like resource data because it's a dictionary, right? So now I can just add it directly here, and it should be a lot better. What's the problem? Shadowing an already declared. Is it? Oh, yeah, okay. My bad. File data, let's say. No. Okay, good. Node resource folder. Yeah, I don't really let me think a little. I mean, for this one, I suppose I just have to modify it to use this. Get all file directories. So yeah, let's do this. For the path. Directories. Dictionaries. Dictionaries. It's an array of dictionaries. And now for all of those, I'm going to loop and load resource data. And that's it. That should be all. And it's like a lot better too, right? It's like a lot cleaner. Because I actually don't have a lot of boilerplate to add this time. And what's great also is that in my dungeon loader, that means I can remove all of this and just replace it with this function. So get all files. And this one is just because it's a static function, right? So I can just reuse game resource loader and poof, here we go. Then I just load resource data, and this is already, you know, something I planned. I guess I'm just going to rename it into like load quest data. Oh, quest. Wait, this is a dungeon. Here we go. And if I want to load a quest, well, if I want to load the quest folder, actually, it's going to be pretty simple too. So quest folder, and we are just going to have the same, because we want a custom function this time too. Fine, okay. We're going to have the load quest data. Okay, sorry. Yep. And I mean, I think for the path, I mean, I don't really need that, right? Because I specified that it was a dungeon and the quests folder. So I can just do this, and this is it. Too few arguments. Yeah. This is it. And this is clean, right? Like, I could even remove this one if I wanted. Anyway. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, I'm sorry, it was supposed to be about making, you know, the beginning of the game, let's say, the first dungeon, all of that, but in the end, it just was some parsing and stuff. But I guess it's like kind of necessary, right? It's fine. Name. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I just copied. That's why. So yeah. ID, dungeon, generator. Description, I still have it. And generator. I guess this is kind of important. Like, yeah, never mind. Okay, so yeah, the only difference, the only thing is that I'm going to guess, because it might not be such. I'm not sure about the ID, but you know. But for the name and description and stuff, at least for everything that could be not such, then I'm going to do this. The generator might be necessary actually. Even if it's like the default one. Actually, I guess it's going to be the default one. If it's not such. Generator, null. Yeah, I guess I could just take the null one. That's fine. Yeah, null is just default. Or like, yeah, okay, this is fine. Okay. What about when? And it's actually finding the quest, so that means it's working. It's like recursive. Description. Yeah. Value of type, no. Is it? Is it no? Oh no. Oh no. So I guess I need some defaults. Every time. Dungeon name. Description. And I string that's empty, no. String name dot empty, no. Got it. Okay. Oh, that means I need this here too. And no problem. Perfect. Perfect. So we can, yeah, let's actually verify this. Let's load again. Oh, no breakpoint. Yeah, here we go. No. Okay. Because I don't think it's actually stopping after everything is run. I think like load quests folder is not actually run at this point. So now it is. And we have dungeon, oh right, I'm adding the two of those the same. Oh no. Load quests, yeah. Yeah, kind of bad. Quests. Quest. So now this is quest data. Is it? Yeah, I actually wanted to do something about this. Like a function to bind them together. Because I have these two, right? Find dungeon quest. So maybe I'm going to have a function. Func build quest ID, something like this. From quest ID and dungeon ID. Now I can just return this. And you know, it's not a big function, right? So I mean, I can just copy and paste that as many times as I want. But the problem is, if I ever decide to change how it's going to be, then it's going to be a bit complicated to change if I just copy and paste always. That's actually the opposite that I want. And wait. Oh yeah, that's actually totally the opposite that I want. Here we go. Because that way it's like mirrors the path structure. So that's great. Value of type dungeon cannot be assigned. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Dungeon quest name. Yep. Quest name. Yeah, I actually have a lot to set, I'm realizing. Not quest from dictionary. Oh no! Oh right, I already had this actually. Name, description, type, difficulty. Okay, I mean, This is even better than what I thought. Load dungeon data. Okay, so let's just have quests dot load from dictionary data. And here we go. Because yeah, I guess that would be the clean way to do it. Like even, I can even do this. Can I? No, I can't, because then I wouldn't have the ID. Here we go. Yeah, looks good. Looks good. Okay. Yeah, of course it will be here. Get in oh yeah, I guess I also have the dictionary helpers. Oh, that's great. Quest type with value of type no. Oh. Wait, what's so this is correct, but type is not there, right? Yeah, I guess I have no types. I guess the type is actually only used for the team potentially. Quest type. Oh wait, this? On the base objects of type node quest. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, what is that? Oh, that, yeah. Can I dot dictionary or something? I think there was something like this. Keys merged. Because I think this is a dictionary, right? Wait, actually, valid assignment of property or key quest type. Okay, so this is. Wait, it's without caps, right? So this is actually this one with value of type null. So this is returning null. Oh, here, right? Because it's not finding in the dictionary the thing, so it's getting null. And if it's not a string, then it should actually return. Wait, what? What? Get array. Okay. Get. Wait, what? I have to check if it's not null, right? Wait, it should be a string. Okay, this is null. I guess if this is null, if value is null, I'm so confused. It's not a string. If it's not a string, then it's supposed to return the default value, right? We're supposed to have something like this, right? Okay, so value is now null. Then wait, this is value, not default value. Oh no. Wait, what is get? I guess I should return. Yeah, I should return this. Should I? Quest type scouting. Can I just return But I'm so lost right now. Enemy dictionary.get value. So we have the value and we have the default value. Oh, never mind. That's if it's working. If it is a string, then we do this. And okay, so I actually was right before. Like if we check again. But the difference is that this should not be the value, this should be the default value. Yeah, let's go. ID not found. Quest is valid. Not quests. Well. I don't have an ID. Interesting. Let's have it. Should I? Yeah, let's do it, I suppose. ID. I mean, I guess in this case, I don't really want to continue. If it's like, no. But that's fine. Because I'll push an error. Quest. So, quests. Well, let's just put null. Can I? No, I can't. Because it's a string. So this is an empty string. And if this is empty, then I just return null. Can I actually do that? I feel like this is not going to go well for me if I do. But that's fine. Yeah, I should like actually test if this is null or not. Oh, so complicated. Off. Let's say it's not. So this quest is... Wait. I actually had it. I actually had the ID. So if I check, we have the Misty Fields. So we have the ID, we have the name, we have the description. Okay, good. What about the quest? Quest data, 1. Dungeon, no. Okay, that's 1. Then we have the ID. Okay. Yeah. Quest name, description, quest type, and difficulty. Yeah, okay, it looks good. Even the difficulty is fine. And yeah, let's. So we load the dungeon folder first. We load the quests. We hit quest data. Load quest from dictionary. Yeah, I guess I would. I mean, ideally, I would just load the. I mean, I'm loading the data, right? But inside, I need the dungeon. Quests dot dungeon equal data. You know, this kind of stuff, right? Data. I guess this is dungeon, and the default is null. No, again, yeah, makes sense. What if it's not a okay, I get it. I guess it's a string. It's an ID. Dungeon ID. Okay. I mean, yeah, which basically needs the loader, right? But I don't want to use the singleton. So maybe I'm just going to add it here. The quest.dungeon. Okay, it can't be parsed. Let's do this. I mean, ideally, I would just set the to do set dungeon soft asset reference, I would say. But yeah, it's like too bad that there's no class for that in Godot directly right now. I mean, I guess it wouldn't really matter a lot. So we have quest.dungeon. And then we have. I guess that's better that it's here. Actually. Get. And it's not if we don't find. But we are going to get from the dungeon ID. And this is it. This is it. Because the dungeon is optional. I guess it's not supposed to be optional. But yeah, that's fine. Breakpoint. Okay. Dungeon data. Yeah, so let's check the quests. Quest 1. Here we go. And we have the reference to the dungeon, and it's valid, it's a valid reference. So this is it, we loaded our quests and the dungeons. And now that we have this, that means we have the quest. That means in player data, we can actually remove our placeholders. So, yeah. I guess just remove this, right? I'm just going to comment it for now. Yes, I have the default dungeon player data. As I'm pushing. And okay, the first one is Misty Herb Fields. And the second one is Quest 1. From okay. Yeah, we actually only want to load this quest. That's it. Load dungeon quest. Oh, right. Oh, right. Yeah, that's a bit of a... I actually haven't implemented it. Okay, okay. Yeah, what about the find dungeon loader? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's just have a good old dungeon loader dot find dungeon quests. And now we are going to have strings. And quest 1. And we should find it. And when we do, I guess it's supposed to return a quest, right? Let's return null. let's... Good quest. And... So yeah, this is a quest. Yeah. Should be good. Should be great. Should be great. I actually should add those like here, like export them. Do I actually want this? Good question. I'm not sure. Let's keep it like this, I guess, for now. So we have the quest that we can now add. I'm not sure actually. So wait, player dungeon data. Yeah. I guess I don't even need this, right? Do I? Do I need the player dungeon data? I mean, I guess it would be like easier to access things, so let's keep it. Quest.dungeon. And this is it. Let's check the selection panel. Find dungeon quests in base null. So dungeon loader is actually not set. So we have to set it here. Here we go. And another thing is we have the ready, right? As save file. I might actually want to add a delay because I haven't defined the order of the ready calls. And well, I actually never mind. Dungeon loader is inside player data, so it should be initialized before player data. So that's actually safe. That's actually safe. Okay. So quest is null. Interesting. Interesting. What's the issue? Type find quests. Not found. Invalid access. Yeah, okay. So this one is not found. And then we have this that is returning the default value for type. But I mean, it should be fine, right? Dictionary element is not a string. Yeah. I guess if value is null, I just want to return the default value. Something like this. No, not here. There. Okay, one less problem. So now this one is not found. So let's check why. Node quest folder. So this should be triggered first. It is. Let's continue. And now we have the quest ID, which is quest1/Mystery of Fields. And we have quest1, and this is it. So that's the problem. Because we haven't used build quest ID in the right place. Load dungeon data, load quest data, that's it. So we have the ID. And we have, wait, this is actually the quest ID. And we have the dungeon ID. Wait, something is not, wait, what? Oh, this one. Wait, what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, good. Good. Here we go. Let's remove this. And it's still null. How? 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 Quest 1, Missile Fields. It's the opposite. Oh no. It's the opposite. Wait, what? Dungeon ID is first. Oh. Wait, what? So this one is, well, quest data. This one is fine, it's correct. Missile Fields quest 1. This one is the opposite. So let's check what was before. Quests. Dungeon ID, quest ID. Join. Dungeon. Find quest. Quest ID. This is quest. Wait, dungeon is quest 1. Oh, I get it now. I have to invert that too. Okay, I should be good now, please. Okay, 1 dungeon, and this one is dungeon and then the quest. So yeah, should be good, should be good. Haven't done a lot tonight, but oh. Yeah, I was thinking that it wasn't the correct one when I saw the icon. Okay, here we go. And we only have 1. With, you know, it's a scouting mission because it's like the default one. Then we can start, and then we have some stuff, right? Okay, great. I guess I'll stop here. I just push that and we're going to raid someone. I actually don't know what task it was about. Quest concept. I guess it's this one. 1, 2, 2. Oh no. Assets. Gameplay. Dungeons. Assets. Gameplay. Quests. Game. Dungeon. I don't want to send scripts. I don't want to update the... to add test 2. Maybe I want to add the project. Oh, dialog files. Oof. Yeah, of course. Wait, I actually should have added this a lot sooner, right? So yeah, this one, yeah. Wait. This one is a yes. Modify. Oof. Oh, that's the prefab. That's fine. Game resource. I already added it. Add-ons. Yeah, I think that's dungeon gameplay. Dictionary helpers. Okay, that should be good. So we have... maybe I should change the initials soon, but 1 to 2. So dungeons and quests now loaded from asset files. Here we go. And yeah, now let's just... Oh. Let's still raid, okay. Widow, maybe? Improving every... Stop. Let me check a bit. PvP typing. Oh, there's a game. Yeah, let me check this one. What is this? It's actually stopped moving. Be right back. Oh no. Okay. Let's try someone else. Catching up on Advent of Code. He's doing the Advent.
I am definitely not at my best right now.
In Rust.
Yeah, but thank you for showing up.
Day 5. Yeah, let's raid.
It is always nice to meet new people. Yeah, thank you very much for...
I can't.
Silliness that I'm doing.
And yeah, so thank you everyone. Bye-bye. Boop.
Progsy.